Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are not going to be looking at Funk's tribute game, but instead we are going to be on Zulthus's turf, which is crimsonbowstudios.com, as you guys may or may not know. But we're not going to be looking at the Attack on Titan fan game as Zulthus is most popular for, even though they're having a couple of updates, like the Colossal Titan's going to be added, and he's actually working on Trust now, which you're going to see in just a second. There you go. This is what Trust looks like. There's a really cool video that I'll probably link in the description if I don't forget. But today we're actually going to be looking at Zulthus's first project, and it's actually really interesting and quite fun. Basically, it's a spaceship shooter. Like that's the best way I can describe it. And by spaceship, I mean like Cowboy Bebop style spaceship, or Star Wars type spaceship. It's really fun game, but it's really rudimentary. So I'm hoping that Zulthus adds to this game sometime, because it's honestly a very promising game that does have a lot to commend it. But I think that Zulthus has just given up on it because he feels it's substandard, because it's just his first project or something like that, which is completely not true, because it's a fair amount of fun. So yeah, the game loads faster than this usually, but the game loads you into this map, and I'm pretty sure it's just like a Unity default kind of thing. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's just a fun map to play around in. The controls are like this. Basically, to tilt the spaceship in any direction, you move your mouse. If you want to go vertically up, then you press space, and there is like thrusters on the bottom. If you want to move forward, you press W. You want to move back, you press S. And D and A respectively turn you to the right and the left. Now, all of that being said, the controls are actually really hard once you get into the air. Like, it took me a good, I don't even know, like 2 or 3 hours just getting the hang of how to fly around without doing something crazy and just turning all over the place. And you'll see what I mean once you guys get into the game for the first time as well. It's just an incredibly crazy hard game to control. But yeah, besides that, there's also the ability to shoot your guns, your machine gun, by clicking. Oh, balls. Yeah, see what I mean? It's hard to control. Basically, you can shoot your machine gun. Ouch. Yeah, but you can shoot your machine gun by left clicking. You can shoot rockets by right clicking. And yeah, they're kind of interesting. They don't have a lot of physics right now, and honestly it's a bit glitchy, but that's just, because of lack of development time, I'm thinking. Obviously, if Zulthus put his mind to it, I'm pretty sure it'd be possible. But like I said, Zulthus just hasn't, there's nothing on the forums about this. He's never mentioned it on any other part of the website. It's just here randomly. So I'm just wondering what Zulthus is trying to do with this. But it's really fun, like just flying around through these mountains. It's just, a respectable, fun game. There are a lot of other, crazy good spaceship simulators coming out, I guess. Like Valkyrie, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of that game, but it's coming out pretty soon. Whatever soon is. It's coming out soonish, and it's basically a VR space simulator, and I'm personally really excited for it. I'm not sure if I'll have the budget to buy it when it comes out, but that's a different matter entirely. The game does look fantastic though. And another one is Elite Doom, I think, and that one is also a pretty cool looking space simulator. But of course, both of them cost money, and this one doesn't. So if you just want to have like the vibe of flying around in like a spaceship, then certainly this one does have its own merits. All that being said, something that I do have an issue with is the fact that the spaceship actually slows down over time. Like, it's almost as if it's got its own supplies and stuff like that. And there's no way to refill those supplies. So basically, once you run out to the point that you cannot move at all, which I can right now, but it's a lot slower than it would be right at the start. the only way to really fix that is if you press escape and you just reload the web page so that you play from, you play straight from the loading screen again. Besides that, yeah, it's a really, really fun game. If you guys want to remember what it felt like to learn 3DMG, I guess. Basically, this is that kind of game where you just have no idea how to control the ship until you spend hours and hours. Unless you're some kind of prodigy, in which case, good job. But yeah, I would really, if anything, I would really like to see a 3D multiplayer space shooter that is, easily accessible, and by that I mean free, and also, online. So, I'm not saying this to bash Zulthus on his attempts at making the Attack on Titan fan game, but honestly, I get the feeling he'd have a much better time just making this, one really good game, rather than just rehashing stuff that, Fung's made and a whole bunch of other people have made. If you just go to the Apple Store, for instance, there's plenty of games that have already been made based on Attack on Titan. And honestly, another one, even though Zulthus does say that he's not really focusing on gameplay, he's focusing more on the aesthetics of Attack on Titan. Even if that is his focus, honestly, a good game is ultimately a fun game. And I personally think this game has a lot of potential to be really fun if Zulthus takes the time to work on it. So yeah, those are just my final closing words on this video about, I don't know, the Cowboy Bebop Tribute Game, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call this, but because it doesn't even have a name, that's about, that effectively describes the amount of dedication that Zulthus has put into it. But it's a really fun game. I ask you guys to try it. The link's going to be in the description. And yeah, so long guys. I know I haven't made a video for a while, but that's because I was busy. Now I'm not so busy, so we'll see where this goes. Take care, everyone.